Hello, hello. I hope everybody is well. All right, get my time stamp and such going. As y'all know, since we are in Gemini season, we are going to be starting with Gemini. So let's just keep that in mind. As y'all know, this message is not for everybody. And all right. Now I know that we've all had some things removed, people, places, things, and behaviors that have been removed from our lives and removed for our highest good. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. So keep that in mind as you listen. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. Expect the unexpected. Because whatever has been removed was removed, and this is for the collective. Whatever has been removed, I'm channeling y'all, has been removed to free you so you can empower yourself, take better care of yourself, love yourself more than that person, that situation, that thing, whatever it is, it's going to be revealed tonight. Your spirit team, Yahweh, the angels, benevolent ancestors, they did it for you. All right. And with that said, let's begin. Hey, Scholar. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Super Venom Boy 94. Welcome. Welcome. How are y'all? How's everybody in the chat tonight? All right, we're starting with Gemini. All right, Spirit. What is the reason whatever you're about to reveal was removed from Gemini's life? What is the reason? Whatever you're about to reveal was removed from Gemini's life. What is the reason? That's good. I'm good. I'm glad to hear that. What was the reason? We got the Queen of Pentacles. Just want to make sure y'all can see the cards. The Knight of Cups. And the Empress. Woo! All right. All right, Gemini. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. It was at the bottom of the deck, Gemini, already. It's Temperance. Temperance and the Two of Swords. Spirit is saying that those go together. Um, there was some difficulty in Gemini making decisions with uh, a particular person around. You could, with them, it was always hard to choose yourself rather than deferring to whatever emergency they had, which may not have been uh, an emergency for you. So With that said, it was very difficult to put yourself first with temperance. It was very difficult to alchemize any situation that you were in, to benefit you, while this person, whomever this is, it could be masculine, it could be feminine, it could be a non-binary person, whoever this is, while they were in your life, you would defer taking care of yourself. You would defer your feelings. You would defer your prioritizing yourself with them in the picture. It was like you were playing in the background of your own movie. So, and the thing is, you know, they came in as a page. They came in as a page, Gemini, and everything that they did was small in comparison to what you did for them. Not to put things in the place of comparison, but if you think about it, you know, we try to be in relationships where, people match our energy, people give, everything is reciprocal. Well, that wasn't it. That wasn't it with the page here. They were offering you small things, even a little bit of time, a little bit of energy, and you were supposed to survive and thrive off of that. Meanwhile, you're giving completely of yourself, looking at this person like they were a straight up earth angel. And maybe that's how they presented at first, you know? But what is coming towards you with the Knight of Pentacles, since this person has been removed, is someone with this Two of Cups who matches your energy. They will match the time that you put in. They will match, even financially, because we are talking about being in stable positions with the pentacles out here on deck. This person wasn't as stable as you were or as you are. You were the stable person in their lives. You are the person of reason. This person was unreasonable most of the time. Hence, they had to be removed. Yeah, they had to be removed. This wasn't fit for you. It wasn't made for you. That person was not your divine partner. This person wasn't a divine soul that was supposed to be for a long period of time. They weren't supposed to last. If anything, this was a lesson. So they had to be removed so that somebody else could come in, Gemini, somebody else that could come in to match it. And the reason, that's the reason why that person was removed. So you could bring about stability within as the Queen of Pentacles. You were dealing with a page, but not just that. Through their removal, it allows you with the Knight of Cups to pour more into yourself, to put Gemini first, to actually, be able to be in overflow, bring about stability in your life, see the abundance around you, to increase into the Empress, to elevate into the Empress, to go from Queen of Pentacles to the Empress within first. That's where it starts. And then when you start treating yourself like the emperor, the empress, the ruler for my non-binary folks, when you start treating yourself like the emperor, empress, ruler, that's when your tribe comes in. That's when your match comes in. But that riffraff had to be removed. Had to be removed. So you can see this elevation. Can we clarify? All right, see a super venom boy. Can we clarify the Empress to give Gemini some advice? Clarify the Empress to give Gemini some advice here. Clarify the Empress to give Gemini some advice. Clarify the Empress to give Gemini some advice. All right. Gemini. To clarify the Empress, we have the Seven of Wands. This has happened to put you in, place you at a vantage point, not just place you at a vantage point, but also to set up some boundaries. Because with the original Seven of Wands, somebody is up higher. Like I said, Gemini, this person was removed so you could actually elevate from a queen into an empress, regardless of your biological sex and gender identity. You know, this happened for your elevation. And that way, the people that come up to you, they have to come up to you. They have to come up to your energy. You don't go down to their level. You don't go down to their level anymore. You don't dim your light anymore, Gemini. You don't dumb down the way you speak, Gemini. You don't do that anymore. Yeah. Clarify temperance for advice for Gemini. Yes, Gemini. We got the Four of Swords to clarify temperance. We talking about peace up in here. Like peace, restoration. We're talking about all those things. Now you can actually have peace within yourself, peace within your home, and be all right. Be all right. Because this other person, every time they set foot in your energy, there was no peace. There was no peace because they wanted to be put first. Their ego, their page ego, wanted them to be put ahead of else that was actually important. Mm-hmm. You had to save them every time, Gemini. Every time. No. And your spirit team, your benevolent ancestors, Yahweh was like, nah, no more. No more Gemini. You are meant for so much more. This ain't it. Yeah. Is that it for Gemini? That's it, Gemini. Keep walking the walk, Gemini. And we got the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The Four of Pentacles, Gemini, is about withholding your trust from people. Let them earn your trust. Let them earn the things that you give yourself first. Put yourself first. It's not about being selfish. It's about self first. Yeah, heard that from another YouTuber, and that's some real shit. I hope that helps, Gemini. I hope that helps you for your highest good. All right. Okay. On to Cancer. All right, Cancer, let me get your timestamp going here. Okay. Itchy. I'm gonna have to redo your timestamp because I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, Cancer. I was not ready. Okay. All right, Cancer. Let's go. Let's go. All right, Cancer. Let's see the reason why this was removed from your life, Cancer. Spirit, show us what was removed from Cancer's life and why, please and thank you. All right. What was removed from Cancer's life and why, Spirit? What was removed from Cancer's life and why? All right, Cancer. We got the Fool. Ooh, the magician. Okay, Cancer. Two major arcana. Three major arcana. We got the cat, we got the moon, the fool, and the magician. Okay, Cancer. Okay. There's some big shift going on, Cancer, which is okay. Well, let's just talk about what it is that was removed. We got the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Starting at the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Wands. There was somebody really impulsive, really young acting in your energy. They may be the same age as you, maybe even older, but as a maturity level, with um in interacting emotionally. And this is somebody who, um, does not have any mental or impairments. They just may be emotionally stunted because they choose to be. With this Knight of Wands here, this person is giving off the energy like they somebody to take care of them while they did what they wanted to do. And this is outside gender identity or biological sex. So take it as it resonates, Cancer. And the way that they looked at you, Cancer, as they looked at you as somebody that could take care of them. You see how the Knight of Wands is just facing the Queen of Pentacles. They looked at you as the stable energy, the stable person in their lives. Not only that, but you probably paid for a lot of things. You probably supported them financially. And woo wee, Cancer. This person was just moving, grooving, shaking, baking, plotting, doing all the things to make sure you stayed in your place and you knew exactly what your place was, which was to take care of them while they did whatever they wanted to, lived how they wanted to, fast and free like the Knight of Wands. They probably put you in a whole bunch of situations that you may have known about or may not have known about with the Three of Cups here. It doesn't mean you consented either way. This person was in your energy with the five and seven of swords here to strategically take from you and give nothing in return. Give nothing in return. And so the divine, Cancer, had to step in on your behalf with the Lovers to remove them from your life. And given that this five of swords and this seven of swords is here, it I'm sure, Cancer, it was not amicable. It wasn't one of those things where we could just be friends. And it probably still stings today. You may even hold some resentment, just a little bit of resentment for how this person treated you. And that may very well be, valid. But the divine stepped in with the Lovers here because you weren't making the decision fast enough. And sometimes we do that. Sometimes we kind of get stuck. We get stuck in what's it called? Analysis paralysis, where we feel like we need proof of things when we know our intuition is telling us, what is actually going on. Um, and yeah, your benevolent ancestors, Yahweh, your angels was like, no, you know what? We cutting this off for you. You don't even have to worry about it anymore. And what they did that for here, Cancer, with these three major arcana, they wanted you to not only just put you first, but also start to reconnect with them. Because you, with the magician, you got this power, Cancer. You got like a straight line to the divine. You don't get put on hold. You don't get the answering machine. Yep, I said answer machine. you don't have you don't get put into voicemail when you reach out to the, you have that intuition, that connection that most a lot of people want. But even though you have that connection, you got that direct line, you weren't trusting yourself. You weren't trusting your intuition. And it also stunted the growth between you and your divine connection, your benevolent ancestors dealing with this person. So they removed them so in order to build more trust between you and them and to elevate yourself. Because your life, whether you know it or not, or whether it's happening or not, your life is about to take a real shift with the Fool, the Magician, and the Moon. Your gifts are about to crack wide open if they haven't already. And this person was getting in the way of that, Cancer. For real. That's why they were removed. They were getting in the way of your divine elevation. Can we clarify the moon? Clarifying the moon for Cancer, please. Clarifying the moon for Cancer. Clarifying the moon for Cancer. Yep. Clarifying the moon, Cancer, is the Lovers. This decision was made on your behalf. We got the Lovers out here twice. 2 times. 2 different decks. This decision was made on your behalf so you could unlock the keys to whatever it is that the divine, your benevolent ancestors want to show you, so you could actually get a clear connection, a clearer connection to them. Because we got the tree of life and the tree of knowledge on the Lovers. This is an elevation and a transformation that is coming on you. Clarifying the Knight of Wands. Clarifying the Knight of Wands. Yeah. Clarifying the Knight of Wands. Is the Page of Wands, Cancer. For some of you, this person ended up having a child while y'all were in your connection. A child that is not yours, but is definitely theirs. And for the divine, for your spirit team, Cancer, that was the final straw. Yep. That was the final straw. Because in some way, this person was going to come back and convince you to help them take care of a child that wasn't even yours. I swear, audacity is on sale. It's on sale. So yeah, Cancer, they had to make it happen. It was sudden. Like I said, for many of you, it was not amicable, but it had to happen with the Tower here. That person had to be removed to save your life and your lifestyle. Your life, your lifestyle, and Spirit said, and your connection to them. Wow. Cancer. I hope that helped. And I hope it helped you for your highest good. All right, Leo. Leo is on deck here. Okay, let me. All right, Leo. Let me get the timestamp going. right, Leo. Hey, Leo. Hey. Let's find out here the reason why this was removed from your life and what it was that was removed from your life, Leo. Let's see. Spirit, what was removed from Leo's life and why? What was removed from Leo's life and why? All right, look. The sun. Leo, you already popped out here. Look at that. Leo. All right, we got the sun. Mm. Ace of Pentacles, your stability, your fulfillment, your happiness, your joy. King of Wands. All right. Bottom of the deck. Ooh wee. Leo. Somebody with the Eight of Swords. Is it somebody? Yeah. Okay. Somebody with the Eight of Swords had you convinced, Leo, that you weren't as great or you aren't as great as you are, Leo. They had you convinced. They had to convince it. Had you convinced that your shit won't shit. They had they had gas lighted you. They have, you know, made you feel like the brighter you shined, the smaller they were. It's like, no, you were already that way. They had you convinced that you weren't Empress energy or that you couldn't attract Empress energy, whatever, whichever applies to you. They had you believing that you should live a small life because you are you. And not just live a small life, Leo, but you should carry the burden of whatever their problems that they had while they did whatever they did freely and without any consequence. Yeah, freely and without any consequence with the Three of Cups here. And just like with Cancer, because Leo, you are one who presents with the Empress energy, regardless of your biological sex, regardless of your gender identity. You are somebody who is highly elevated, highly elevated. And so, because of that, Leo, like with Cancer, the divine stepped in on your behalf and they made the decision for you. They made the decision for you and your highest good. It was one of the instances where you would deny or give somebody the benefit of the doubt when they made you feel small. And it's like you would, Leo, oh, they're just having a bad day. Oh, they get like this when they're hungry. What? Nah, nah, fuck their hunger and their feelings. That's what Spirit was like, nah, because that's not okay. That's not okay. Leo, you love hard. You are very loyal. And Spirit is saying, Leo, that you going forward need to withhold your loyalty and trust to those people who earn it. Those people who show you that they are just as loyal to you as you are to them. You are much wiser now, Leo. Much wiser now. And when you are, I'm hearing the word trying out. When you are trying out people to be friends, to be partners, to be whatever, this is that head over heart decision. This is where you pay attention to how they move as opposed to what they say, and you become more discerning about the people you allow in your energy. You become more discerning about people who try to play you to your face, demean and diminish you in front of others to make themselves feel bigger. Those people who place all the burden on you while they go and live their lives. They ask you to borrow money, Leo, so they could take your money to go on a cruise. And you over there struggling. You may or may not have had it to give, but they didn't even care. This is about, they removed them from your life, Leo, so you would stop having blind faith in people. And now that doesn't apply to every Leo, not at all. However, somebody may have shown you once or twice that they were trustworthy in certain situations, and then there was this blind faith in them, and all they did going forward was give you their ass to kiss. Your spirit team, Yahweh, Yeshua, your angels and benevolent ancestors was like, nah, not my Leo. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So this person, this energy was removed so you could shine bright like the sun, like the Leo energy that you are. Walk in your abundance because you're not giving them money to borrow any longer, but also to increase your vessel, to increase your abundance, to build your confidence with the King of Wands, which is also fire energy here. So you can walk tall and proud and shine like the star that you are, because the sun, I know they say Leo is ruled by the planet the sun, but the sun is the star. The sun is a star, and you were meant to shine bright as that star and walk in your abundance, walk in your fulfillment. And you would not have seen that, Leo, had these people or this person stuck around. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles for Leo. Ace of Pentacles for Leo, please. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles for Leo. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles for Leo. It's the Six of Wands. Like I said, Leo, this person around you would not have been able to see your increase coming, because it would have been for real delayed. It would have been delayed because you would have deferred your increase to whoever this person is. You put them before you yourself. Clarifying the Eight of Swords for Leo. Clarifying the Eight of Swords. Recognize who you are, Leo. Recognize the beautiful, handsome, smart, uber intelligent person that you are. Not only that, Leo, this is the High Priestess clarifying the Eight of Swords. They will have you believe that you are not as connected as you are. Your intuition would tell you something about them and you would share it with them, and they would just play you to your face. But no, Leo, you are connected. You are divinely connected. You know more than a lot of times what you lead on to know, and that's okay. Everybody don't need to know what you need to know, Leo. But this person that you were actually vulnerable with, that you actually shared some things with, they tried to play you. You are well connected to the divine, to the spiritual world. Many of you are not just highly intuitive, but also psychic. And this elevation, this increase that you are undertaking now, this person has been removed from your life. This elevation here with the Six of Wands, it is all about enhancing your connection as well with the High Priestess. Elevating your connection, which would not have happened should that person still be in your life. And going forward, Leo, with the Seven of Wands, This is because you are at an elevated point in your life, and you will continue to elevate. You have to set up some boundaries here with this Seven of Wands here. Not just setting up these boundaries, um, but also when it's time for people to go, let them go with grace. If they don't want to be there, don't keep them. Go on. I release you like a thousand doves, like from living single. You know what I'm saying? Because that, when you let them go, that is where your fulfillment is. That's where your Ten of Cups is. You know, you can walk in your abundance. You can walk in your fulfillment. You can walk in all your wishes fulfilled because as you let people drop, you elevate all the more. And those people that do not comply with your boundaries, they either fall in line or fall off, Leo. That's it. That's all. That's it, Leo. I hope that helps. I hope that helped you for your highest good. Hey, the trucker secretary 3068. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody in the chat. If I haven't spoken to you already. All right, we are on to Virgo. All right, Virgo, let me get your timestamp going. Hold, please. Okay, timestamp. Focused. All right, Virgo. Hey, Virgo, hey. All right, we're about to get into it. Let's find out, Virgo, what was removed from your life, what and or who was removed from your life, and why. What and or who was removed from Virgo's life and why, Spirit? What and or who was removed from Virgo's life and why? Remember, everybody, timestamps will be in the description box once we are finished. The Lovers, Five of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Ooh wee. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? We're going to get to it. At the bottom of the deck, Virgo. Bottom of the deck, Virgo. Spirit says both of these go together. We got the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Cups. You've had a lot of deceit and strategizing motherfuckers in your love life, in your family, in your friends. I mean, just surrounding you, to the windows, to the walls. Like it's insane. Like nobody could just be honest about why they were in your life, why they were constantly coming to you for something. And it's because, Virgo, you were so giving, you were so trustworthy. You are somebody who is dependable. With the Ace of Cups here, they could always depend on you, Virgo, to do your best to help them out and maybe even save them. Because the song that's playing in my head right now, the song Spirit is playing, I can't even remember who it is, if it's Project Pat or somebody. Don't save her, she don't want to be saved. So even though these people let on like they want to be saved, no, they just want to be taken out of a situation. But they didn't stop acting the way they acted. They didn't stop putting themselves in certain situations. Their actions never changed, but you continued with the Six of Pentacles to give, overshare, over all the things. There is absolutely no balance in your relationships, regardless of the type of relationship. No balance, no equity, no equality, no giving and receiving, only people taking, taking, taking. Everybody coming to you, Virgo, with their hands out. Virgo, I need your money. Virgo, I need your time. Virgo, I need your energy. Virgo, I need your advice. A lot of times, Virgo, you were up at night dealing with somebody else's problems. You were dealing with, it won't even be your problem. You didn't put yourself in a situation. However, you're the one that got anxiety over it. And they were sleeping like a baby because you were trying to figure out how to save them, Virgo. Yet again. Yet again. And please, Virgo, don't mistake my tone for judgment. This is passion because I've been there. I've been there. And every time you would save these people, whomever it is, Virgo, they were so ungrateful. So ungrateful. So ungrateful. And you would, they would have their small apology, at the Page of Cups, saying they wouldn't do it anymore. And it would be, back to the status quo here with the Hierophant. They would just put themselves in the same situations or even worse situations, but come to you when they want to be saved. And what has been a common theme here through the zodiacs we've been through so far. Thank you, Michael Ellis Sr. Thank you for the love and light, sending it back to you. Thank you so much. What the common theme is that people have put themselves in the background of their own story. They have deferred their well-being to help those people outside of them, people who may not even be their children, like small children. These are grown folks who could take care of themselves. And that's what this situation is, Virgo. Whomever this was who was deceiving you, strategizing, and plotting and planning against you just so you could save them over and over again, so you would, sacrifice yourself, sacrifice your health, sacrifice your money, your time. You know what? Enter whatever now needs to be entered into that space, Virgo. That person had to be removed. That person had to be removed because you could never, with this person in your life, Virgo, be and stay in overflow. You giving on fumes. So this this person was removed so you would choose yourself with the Lovers here. Choose yourself. And yeah, this has been a very uncomfortable situation with the Five of Pentacles. You feel put out. You feel left out in the cold because chances are this person may have left your energy, and it may not have been again on an amicable level. However, the removal of this person, this divine decision, allows the entry, Virgo, of somebody, your people, your person, that divine counterpart, that divine group, because that person was a complete blockage. A complete blockage, an unhealthy um, part of your life, an unhealthy attachment. They were dependent on you. Clarifying the Two of Cups for Virgo. Clarifying the Two of Cups for Virgo, please. This person was completely dependent on you, and they would have remained dependent and, don't forget, ungrateful had they not been removed. Clarifying the Two of Cups. Any advice for Virgo with clarifying the Two of Cups? Clarifying the Two of Cups, Virgo, is the Moon and the Ten of Pentacles. Ooh wee, Virgo. Let me show you what it looked like though. You know, when your person, your actual person, or your actual divine group or tribe comes in, you are going to be you won't realize it with the moon here. It's going to be like a sneak. Why am I hearing sneak attack? They're going to sneak. They're going to infiltrate your life, and all of a sudden, you're going to wake up in the Ten of Pentacles. You're going to feel fulfilled. You are going to feel the energy of people who reciprocate, who bring the same energy, who sow and pour into Virgo without wanting something back from Virgo. You know, Virgo can actually build and save money as well with these people around. hmm They're actually loyal. And Virgo, they're also for many of you are going to be divinely inclined, spiritually inclined. You may meet them, Virgo, in an esoteric type group, or in a situation where you may be having a conversation with somebody and it's about, spirituality or something like that. Yep. These people are going to bring abundance into your life, not take it away. These people are going to add to you, and you'll be able to have intelligent, meaningful conversations with these people where you don't have to like dumb things down. Y'all are going to be talking about, the meaning of the tree of life. Y'all are going to be talking about Kabbalah, Hinduism, Buddhism, all the isms. It's going to be like that. It's going to be like that. Clarifying the Seven of Swords for Virgo. Clarifying the Seven of Swords for Virgo, please. All right. Clarifying the Seven of Swords is the Hierophant and the Page of Wands. Yes, like I said, these are going to be some people, Virgo. Now that this deceitful Decepticon type energy has been removed, these are going to be some people who come into your life, regardless of the type of relationship, and they are going to help elevate you. Y'all help elevate each other, and it's going to be those relationships where you all get inspired by each other. Y'all get fired up by the growth that y'all are having, because if one grows, the other is growing. There's no envy or jealousy about where somebody else is going in their spiritual journey. There's no room for it. There's no room for it. Yeah. I'm excited for you, Virgo. These new folks coming in. Now that this deceptive energy has been removed, you can actually have a good time with some folks who are like-minded and want to grow with you. That's it, Virgo. I hope that helps. And I hope it helps you for your highest good. All right. We are on to Libra. On to Libra. All right, Libra. Okay, Libra. Hey, Libra. Hey. Let's get into it. Let's find out what, who, and or what has been removed from your life and why, Libra. Who and or what has been removed from Libra's life, Spirit? Who and or what has been removed from Libra's life? All right. Eight of Swords, Queen of Cups. Move those down. And the Ace of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck. These together. All right. The bottom of the deck, Libra. Spirit said these go together. That's the Two of Cups and the Nine of Wands. What I heard as soon as I put them down is dating has been a tragedy. Meeting new people have been a tragedy. You know, not everybody is trying to date. So the Two of Cups is like, it's either dating or meeting new people where we're talking about friends. And that's, you know what? People don't realize as an adult, it's harder to do to make friends with people than when you're younger. But I digress. It has been a tragedy with the Nine of Wands here. You are somebody who has been through the ringer, Libra. It has helped you to develop some boundaries with Wands here. However, you know, there's still some work that needs to be done. What Spirit is saying with this combination is that there's still some things, some emotions, behaviors rather, that you need to walk away from, that have to be um, changed. Your mindset or approach to certain situations have to be adjusted. It's where you need to, and this may not be the case for every Libra, but it's where you need to move with the confidence of a Libra who know who the fuck they are, and can't nobody tell them who they're not. And the thing is, with the King of Wands here, the King of Wands is spiritually inclined. This person is connected, and it's where you downplay something, Libra, that you may be feeling when you know it's a red flag. Look, there you go, Libra. You know people, Libra, may be coming in to compete with you, to bring chaos, to, you know, do the damn most, or to put you in a situation you don't need to be in. And yet, there's doubt. Like, well, maybe that's not what they meant. Maybe that's not really how they feel, when there is a clear feeling, intuitive nudge that you get that that person is not for you. The truth is staring you in the face. You, Libra, you have looked crazy in the eye and told crazy, I can fix you. It's like, wait a minute. We've all done that. We've all tried to fix somebody in some way, form, or fashion. there's no room, Libra, in your divine path right now for you to be taking on projects. And when I say projects, I mean like, people who need fixing and you trying to fix them. Because you have work to do. You have work to do. You have a divine path that you need to be on. You have a transformation, Libra. And with your transformation, once that takes place, that is when your folks come in. Whether we're talking about romantic, platonic, or whatever, you have to transform. This is the this is like putting a square peg in a round hole, trying to insert people into your divine group, or seeing the potential in a partner to be your divine match when they may not even be that, or they may not be ready to be that. Yeah, this is a behavior that has led to many a heartbreak. But now, Libra, we're moving forward, and we're moving forward with the energy that the people who are for you, your divine tribe, your divine partners, whomever, they're coming to you. You don't have to create them. They're coming to you. Yeah. This is that energy of control, Libra, where that has been removed, or it's being removed. You are with the hangman here. This is a a test where you watch people, you pay closer attention to their energy, and you respond accordingly. But in the meantime, while you are watching and paying attention, you are pouring more into yourself and nourishing yourself, so that when you get to that elevated point, when you transform, Libra, you are in overflow, and all this abundance will be here, including an abundance of love, respect, joy, and fulfillment in yourself, as well as in the people who surround you. Because these aren't going to be people who try to take from you. These aren't going to be people who they will receive from you, but they won't take. There's a difference. These are going to be people who give as well as receive. Your your whole thing that spirit is working with you on is removing the sense of control, Libra. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles for Libra. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles for Libra. Clarifying. Okay. I don't know what that was. Okay. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles, Libra, is the Ace of Cups. Yeah, Libra. When you surrender to the process and you allow your divine tribe, your divine match, your folks to come in and not try to make them fit because you see the potential in others, that is when you get everything that you want. These are divine gifts. Your Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. You get your fulfilled and abundant life. people who also come in fulfilled and abundant, because that's what you deserve. That's what you deserve at the bottom of the deck, Libra. Look at that. All them aces. Look at that. What in the world? What in the world, Libra? We got the Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. You'll have the victory. You'll have exactly what you want and who needs to be surrounding you. But you have to surrender to your divine path. Let folks' potential be their potential until they make it actualized. You can't actualize it for them. Yeah, I like that, Libra. I like that for you. I like it a lot. I hope that helps. I hope it helps you for your highest good. All right, we're on to Scorpio. Moving on to Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, getting your time stamp going here. All right, hey, Scorpio, hey, let's get into it. Okay, let's see. What and or who was removed from Scorpio's life and why, Spirit? What and or who was removed from Scorpio's life? Yes, collective. If this resonates, feel free to like and or subscribe if you haven't already. Let's see, Scorpio. What and or who has been removed from Scorpio's life and why? What and or who has been removed from Scorpio's life and why? Upright or reversed? Reversed. All right. Ooh, the devil. So we got two major arcana out here and the Knight of Wands. Mm. Your spirit team, Scorpio, needed you to see some things clearly. Clearly. And not just see them, but be able to respond accordingly, act on it. But we'll get there. I'm getting ahead of myself. And spirit's just like, hey, we ain't ready for you to say that. Bottom of the deck, Scorpio, we have the Five of Wands, excuse me, Nine of Wands. Mm. I said the Five of Wands for a reason. There's been a lot of chaos and um, mostly Scorpio. It may be outside of you, but a lot of chaos and confusion rather going on within. About which battle to pick and which to choose with the Nine of Wands here, like how to move, how to respond, how to react if you need to react, to certain people in your life. Behind the Nine of Wands is the Page of Wands, and there's also the Page of Swords. These are Now these may be different people, but it could energies that encompass one person, Scorpio. So pages, these are people who nosy, they may gossip, talk too much, move impulsively, very immature, quick to speak, slow to think. You know, they act as opposed to respond. And they feel the need for you Scorpio to jump when they say jump. Their emergency is also your emergency. These are some pretty immature people. So these people, they may be, friends, they may be family members or relatives, depending on how you see them. They may be, um, partners, as in romantic. But regardless, Scorpio, they have been in your energy with the Three of Pentacles, and these may be some people that you also work with. You know, since we do have the Three of Pentacles, but these people have been in your life. They've probably been in your house. They have, um, you've been vulnerable with them. And it seems, Scorpio, there's going to be a situation, if it hasn't already, where you have, if these are people that you work with, for example, you have become been placed in a more elevated position. So let's say you go from, you know, a tech to a team lead or something like that. You know, this is an elevation for you in position and in status, or in your workplace or in the community. You know, there's been a situation where you have been set apart from these people for a reason, at a more elevated status. And because of that, Scorpio, did I call you Libra? I apologize if I did. Because of that elevation in your status, Scorpio, you've had to kind of chill on them. You can't do the same things that you used to do with them. If you are now these people's team lead, their boss, or something like that, you can't just hang out with them anymore. You can't just gossip around the water cooler or whatever. We not texting, like that, because you have different responsibilities. You have to move differently. And because you have to move differently, you are going to start meeting different people that are on your level because of your elevation. So that means you're going to have to let these people go. And they don't like that. They're not going to like that. They're going to throw mud on your name if they haven't already. But that was already in them. This isn't something, that just grew out the ground. They've always been this way. This way. But they aren't on your level any longer. They never were, Scorpio. They never were. And you know it. You know it. There have been times where you would give them advice, some sound advice, and they looked at you like you had two heads. Right here and one right here. On purpose. Don't be surprised, especially if you work with these people, if they try to get you caught up in something at work. If this is a situation like in a community establishment like church, synagogue, mosque or something like that, where people can be cliquish. Sometimes people act a certain way. I can only really speak for church. I can't speak on uh, other religions, but I know church folk can be some some shady ass people. And with this Five of Swords here, don't be surprised, Scorpio, if when you walk away, these people start bad mouthing you to other congregants, to the pastor, to some ministers, to anybody who is willing to listen just to get you demoted, just to get you put back into place where you belong. And you were elevated for a reason. You were set apart for a reason. You weren't supposed, you're not on page level. You know, you are somebody here, Scorpio, who actually paid attention. You learned. You started moving different, even in the face of the devil, even in the face of these folks, these friends who did nothing but talk shit about other people, who did nothing but nothing at work, probably shirked their responsibilities. But you did the work. You probably improved some processes. You know, you would give them gems and they would just laugh in your face and be like, you know what? We ain't got time for that. Let's go do this. Come on, Scorpio. But you were like, nah. In the face of adversity, in the face of, you know, doing nothingness, you decided to do more. You decided that you wanted growth. And that is why these people were removed from your energy. Because these people aren't growing. These people are pages, and they're going to remain pages until they make the decision to do it for themselves. Clarifying the Knight of Wands for Scorpio. Any advice for Scorpio with the Knight of Wands? Clarifying the Knight of Wands for Scorpio. Clarifying the Knight of Wands for Scorpio. Any advice here for Scorpio? Clarifying the Knight of Wands. Ooh, nope. Clarifying the Knight of Wands, Scorpio, is the Ten of Swords. Listen. These folks, you've dealt with them before. You've been stabbed in the back by these people before. You've seen what they can do. You've seen who they are, and they are going to be who they are. But just know, Scorpio, you know, Spirit's pointing out this symbol. I don't know if you really know the tarot, but usually when that person, in the traditional sense, when they're laying on the ground with all the swords in their back, that Hierophant hand is up, meaning as above, so below. So justice is coming. And what I'm hearing, Scorpio, their words can't touch you. No one is listening to what these losers have to say. No one is listening to them because they know these people know who these folks are. So all the swords that they're trying to put in your back are actually going to go in their own. They're actually going to go in their own. And you should be encouraged and carry on like you've been doing. Shine bright, Scorpio. Clarifying the nine of Wands. Because you've been tossing with it. You've been feeling some kind of way about having to leave them behind. And your spirit team is like, nah, don't feel no ways about them. Fuck them people. Fuck them. Fuck their feelings, Scorpio. You know what? You did what you had to do and you were rewarded for it. You were rewarded for it. Clarifying the Nine of Wands is the Knight of Wands. Your spirit team, Yahweh, Yeshua, Scorpio, the angels, they're like, carry on. Move forward. The Knight of Wands is not somebody who sits around and thinks about shit. You know what? They about to get dealt with. If they haven't already got dealt with, you move forward. You stay connected. You carry on. You hold fast with strength at the bottom of the deck. You hold fast. Because they're not on your level at all. And until they get there, they're going to remain exactly where they are or be demoted. I just heard that. So, I don't know. Ain't my problem. Not my two-piece, not my biscuit. I don't know. But I do know that's it, Scorpio. I hope that's help. That helps. I hope that helps you for your highest good. All right. We're on to Sagittarius. I swear. Okay. Gotta make sure I know Sagittarius right, because I ain't trying to have y'all come for me. I ain't trying to have that. Like, you can't even spell Sagittarius right. What's up, Sir Kiss Freak 81? Let me find out. We got Sagittarius up here in the building. All right. Let me get your time stamp going, because like I said, I don't want y'all coming for me. All right, Sagittarius. Let's find out here. Who and or what has been removed from your life and why? Who and or what has been removed from Sagittarius' life and why? Spirit, who and or what has been removed from Sagittarius' life and why? Who and or what has been removed from Sagittarius' life and why? Knight of Cups, Sag. Knight of Cups. The Fool. The High Priestess. Okay, Sag. We got 2 major arcana out of 3. I can tell you off the bat, they don't want me to share shit too early. That this person is, these people, places, things, or behavior has been removed so your life could shift. 2 major arcana. Change your life. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Wands, both of these. 8 of Wands with the 7 of Pentacles. This person or people, Sagittarius, whomever this is to you, they came in fast and they probably moved fast in your life too. So when I say that, it's giving an energy of crowding. You know, you never really got that space to take to kind of see what was going on. It could have been like a whirlwind, where next thing you know, you put a whole lot of time in with this person, but in the beginning, you know, everything was great. Y'all were having fun. Um, the rose-colored glasses were on very hard. They were on, but you couldn't take that Sagittarius space, that Sagittarius D's every now and then to actually, you know, kind of check them out because they were moving fast. If this was a romantic interest, this is somebody who probably told you that they loved you really, really fast. You know, even though you may have had strong feelings, love, but you were just like, benefit of the doubt. This person probably ain't crazy. You know, if this was a friend, it was, you know, you're my best friend. I feel like I could trust you with anything. And it's just like, I ain't told you anything yet. You don't know anything about me, but you know, it's giving that energy. And the next thing you know, you have invested a lot into this person with the 7 of Pentacles. And behind the 7 of Pentacles here is the 5 of Cups along with the 2 of Cups. When you finally got a chance to breathe, You finally got a chance to look at them real good. Rose colored glasses off and everything, Sag. You finally got a chance to be like, something ain't right. That is when the Five of Cups steps in and you were just like, oh shit. Like, what the fuck did I get myself in? I thought this person was equally yoked. I thought this person was, we were on the same level. This person was a part of my tribe, a part of my people. I thought this was my person. And it gives that energy. Five of Cups gives that energy where we go in our heads and we think about the woulda, coulda, shouldas. If I would have just paid closer attention to, if I would have just responded differently to, but it's okay, Sagittarius, because even those experiences, have made you wiser. Those experiences have made you wiser. But even with the seven, the seven is Queen of Swords. And I was about to say Seven of Swords. And there's a reason why, because this person is strategically trying to come back into your life or trying to strategically stay in your life. They don't want to be removed because of what you do for them, Sagittarius. Not because of, all the wonderful person that you are, but what you do for them. They have an ability to pull at your heartstrings. They have an ability to twist your words and twist how you feel, and that shit ain't right. It's not right. So this person is being removed or has been removed from your life. So one, you can not just look to the future, Sagittarius, but actually get on your divine path with the Chariot here. Actually have those things that are coming in towards you to actually come in towards you. Because the focus that you had on this person or these people, it was a distraction. You couldn't focus on yourself. You couldn't focus on your own growth. You couldn't focus on your own situation because of everything that was going on with them. And now they want you, your spirit team, want you to pay closer attention. Wow. First of all, okay, y'all. Closer attention to these energies. Yo, I'm hearing succubus, incubus, um, energy vampires, and I'm about to show you what I mean because one, there are four major arcana, and the Chariot came before that Hangman. So five major arcana here all together. This person was removed from your life, or these people were removed from your life, so you can actually make way and room for your divine guidance, your divine path, because they were sucking all the divine energy out of you. They were removed to shift things. And these people were removed abruptly with the Tower here. They were removed abruptly. Yeah, your spirit team, Yahweh, the angels in them, they weren't having this person in your life at all. They had enough. They took enough from you. They took enough from you, is what I'm hearing. So, spirit, Yahweh, the angels come in and shake that shit up so you can get back on your path, Sagittarius. And because of it, everything has changed. Everything has changed. with the Knight of Cups, the Fool, the High Priestess here. This Knight of Cups is about your this offer. This offer coming in is actually from the divine. This is your spirit team showing you how much they love you. And so with the Fool here, to it is an offer to build that trust with them, to connect y'all even more. Look how much we love you, Sagittarius. We got rid of this crazy motherfucker who was trying to take everything from you, from your energy to your car to your money. They were trying to take everything from you. You are divinely connected and protected. And because of it, your elevation is imminent. Because that person was a whole ass blockage. They were a whole ass blockage. And because of you, because of this, your transformation is inevitable. And your connection is going to be as close as it ever has been. You know, it's going to get even closer. That's why they removed it. Because they wanted to show you how much they love you. And they want you to trust them and trust your journey. So they can show you even more. They can give you even more. All that stuff you sold into these people, these friends, these partners, they want you to sow it into them so they can actually give you abundance, prosperity, fulfillment, peace. Because those folks won't give you not a lick of peace with the devil here. Some of them were stealing from you because they had these addictions, gambling, drugs, alcohol. Oh. Clarifying the High Priestess for Sag. Clarifying the High Priestess for Sagittarius, please. Any advice? Some of those folks were like straight up hobos. They didn't have anywhere to go. So they attached to you. Clarifying the High Priestess. Clarifying the High Priestess is the King of Wands. Walk confidently. Walk confidently in on your path. Your connection with your spirit team, your divine team, benevolent ancestors, it was never severed. Never severed. What they're showing me with this King of Wands in particular is this salamander. In a lot of cultures, the salamander is divinely connected. Not only that, but you know how the salamander is one of those animals that when the tail or any appendage is cut off, it regenerates. That's what this is. They cut off a disease or an attachment, and now your connection is regenerating and is stronger than it ever was before. And they did that for you. So you can walk proudly. Like, don't let anybody tell you that you're not connected, Sag. Don't let nobody say shit. I mean, come on. Like, your folks was like, nah, cutting it off. Like, nah, get that parasite out of here. Some of them are, okay, say it. Some of them are burning in multiple meanings of the term, Sagittarius. Burning in a sexual sense, burning like going to be, burning in like divine justice of the sense because of what they have done to you. They will not be able to remove that fire that is going to be set upon their ass. It is what it is in the streets until it ain't no more. That's all I know. That's all I know. What am I clarifying next? Clarifying the fool. Clarifying the fool for Sagittarius. Yeah, Sagittarius, your team, your folks, they don't play about you. Like they about to set them in the straight up fire. Clarifying the fool is the lovers. Know that you are more than loved, and because of your connection, because of the regeneration of your connection, Sagittarius, your divine match, your divine counterparts, um, plural, they are coming towards you. However, you have to let the divine lead you. Let your spirit team lead you. But everything is shifting for you, Sagittarius, because this person was cut off, or this person is going to be cut off if they haven't already. Trust your intuition. And when people come in, when they rush in and they want you to do the most for them, and you are just high off their energy, your spirit team is just like, nah, take time to take that pause. Take time to take that pause so you can actually see what's actually going on. The bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles. Hold back. Reserve a little bit. Reserve your time and energy. You know, do that thing that Sagittarius do. Like they like, wait, like, all right, I need some time, I need some peace. Like, get missing for like 3 weeks and then pop up. Like, hey, like nothing happened. Like, it's all right. When you know it's Sagittarius, you know. It don't mean nothing. It just means they need to be them. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. All right, Sagittarius. That's what we got. I hope that helps. I hope it helps you for your highest good. We're on the cap. Uh-oh. I need to put R right there. All right, cap. Oh, thank you. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. Oh, that's a blessing. Thank you. Thank you, Sir Kiss Freak 81. Thank you for coming through. All right, Cap, let's get your timestamp going because, again, I want no problems. All right. Hey, Cap. Hey. Let's find out, Cap, who and or what was removed from your life and why. Who and or what spirit was removed from Capricorn's life and why. Who and or what was removed from Capricorn's life and why. Okay, Cap. We have the Tower. Ooh. Got the four of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Capricorn, you about to miss out on something. You about to miss out on something with this Four of Cups. Both of these together? Yeah, okay. Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. This is somebody that you have most likely known for a long time. Y'all have been in a relationship together. And when I say relationship, I mean all definitions of that. You've invested in them, your time, your energy, your money, with an expectation of a return on interest, but you know, to no avail here, and it has led to, I'm getting some resentment in some ways, because that's not how it started off, or that's not how they presented. They presented as somebody who seemed to be a safe space with the Six of Swords here, somebody that you could be vulnerable with, because you have been that for them. You've been a safe space for this person. You have been someone that they could come if they needed to and stay at your house because maybe they didn't feel safe in other spaces, Capricorn. And it just seems, both of these together, it seems like they turned on you. Everything changed. Everything changed. And it feels like, you know, there was not, it's given a ghosting. You didn't get a Dear John text. You didn't get a fuck you. You didn't get a shit cat dog. You didn't get nothing. For some of you, they actually took from you with the Five of Coins here, with the Five of Pentacles. It could be a situation where the only thing that they gave you, if this was a romantic situation, was, something that you had to get cleared up. They left you in a bad space. For a lot of you, if this was somebody that you were either a roommate with or you were a romantic partner with, they left you with the rent. And this is one of those things, one of those situations, Capricorn, is where you needed that person's money to actually make rent. Y'all had things split a specific type of way for a reason. Matter of fact, it was this person that picked out the apartment or the house anyway. You didn't even want to live here. But then they just literally left you hanging. They dropped you. As the older folks say, like a hot potato. Less older folks say, like a bad habit. They dropped you. Yeah. You gave them you gave them a lot of time and energy with the Six of Pentacles here, and it did not balance out. And what you want now, what you want is justice. What you want is justice. For many of you, Capricorn, y'all have to, with the Eight of Pentacles here, you have to put in overtime or figure out, because they left you in a certain situation, you have to figure out how to make ends meet, because there is a lease, there is a mortgage, there are things that have to be met. So they really put you in a bad position financially, because yeah, you have, with the Hierophant, you have, a bigger establishment to answer to, the bank, the apartment complex, the car note people. They really fucked you over. They really did. They really did. And with the Tower here, of course, like the Tower is under the world. I don't know if y'all remember me pulling that out, but the Tower is under the world. It's not a coincidence. That ending happened abruptly, but it happened for a reason, because this person, didn't realize who the fuck they had in their presence anyway. They were ungrateful. And not only that, but Spirit is also saying, had they not been removed, had they not been, because this is this is that person. They're being thrown out of your life, right? So had this person not been removed at this time, or whenever this is happening, whenever you see this, you were going to miss out on your blessing. You were about to miss out on your Nine of Cups. So even though, Cap, this feels very uncomfortable, so you are in dire straits probably. And if it's not gotten to that point, it may even feel that way because it's an abrupt shift. It's an abrupt change with the Tower here. This has happened for your highest good. I know that's hard to believe, but you are about to come up on a time in your life, an era, not just a time, but an era in your life where you are going to be sitting pretty and you're going to grow from there. So this discomfort, I'm here, I'm channeling this message, Cap. This discomfort is to help you grow, to help you become. When you survive this, Capricorn, you are going to thrive. There isn't going to be anything that you can't handle. The thing is, you didn't realize it. You didn't realize it until now. That's some shit. Clarify the Nine of Cups. Spirit is saying, instead of investing in ungrateful people, we want you to invest in yourself. And although you may not be in a space where you can invest financially in yourself, Capricorn, but you can invest in yourself as far as love and time and putting yourself first before other people and their needs. Your needs come first. You start putting yourself first, everything else will fall into place. Because people are supposed to receive, Capricorn, from your overflow. They're not supposed to be dipping in your cup. Spirit says, stop letting people dip in your cup. They have no business in your cup. Clarifying the Nine of Cups from Capricorn. Clarifying the Nine of Cups, Cap, is the High Priestess. This is your spirit team talking here. You are connected and protected. You are connected and protected. Your abundance, Capricorn, comes through them. You invest, and when you invest in yourself, you're investing in them. They want you to spend more time with them. I don't know if y'all, whomever leads you spiritually, Capricorn, whether it's Yeshua, uh, angels, benevolent ancestors, Orishas, Greek gods, goddesses, whomever it is, they want you to spend some time with them. And it doesn't require a lot of pomp and circumstance. If you have an altar and you haven't cleaned it in a while, dust that thing. Like, let's do a little maintenance over there. But if you don't have an altar, start praying. And prayers don't have to be so crazy elaborate. If you grew up in the church like me, or your daddy or your granddaddy or somebody was a preacher and they said those 15-minute long prayers, it don't require all that. It don't. Mm-mm. These these spirits, these angels, uh Yeshua, Yahweh, and them, they know exactly who they are. And they know who you are, you know? And they just want to communicate with you. Your benevolent ancestors, they want to communicate with you. They want to know how your day went. If you are in the grocery store, this is what I do. I'm in a grocery store. I'm talking to them about which salad dressing I'm gonna get. That's how I do. You don't have to be like me, but you are extremely connected, and they want you to spend some time with them. And as the time with them continues, the more time you spend, it's basically going to grow. You'll start spending more time with them and trusting them a lot more, and you will not miss out on these blessings, on these this increase, this abundance, this fulfillment, these wishes coming true that they are about to bestow on you, because that parasite, that cancer, that piece of shit has been removed from your life and your energy. You are meant to elevate. A lot of you are meant to initiate. If you haven't already, they are going to initiate you. Some of you may end up initiating into a formal religion with the high priestess here, but a lot of you are going to go through one with them. Clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. Clarifying the Seven of Pentacles is the Ten of Cups. Yeah, your Ten of Cups. It comes through sowing and putting into yourself. The return on investment that you can always depend on, Capricorn, is the the energy, the time, and the money that you put into yourself and your spiritual growth. It will always return. It will always return better than any person could ever bring into your life. Some of y'all have plans for, if you don't already live in a home, you really want to move into a home, buy your own home. Yeah, sowing into yourself. Some of you are going to end up, getting married, or finding, or maybe not finding, but meeting your divine match, and then y'all will move into a home, together. However, you have to put the energy into yourself, put the time into yourself and your spirit team, or you know your spiritual guides. Yeah, I love that. That's what we got, Cap. I hope that helps. I hope it helps you for your highest good. Oh, I apologize, Pooh Baby Hoover. Hey, I was in the zone. I apologize. Hey, Holly Cullen, 8665. Hey, 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 how y'all feeling? Welcome, welcome. I apologize. I was not ignoring y'all, but when, spirit come through and they start channeling, I take a back seat, you know. I take a back seat. But thank you for coming through. Thank you for everybody who's coming through. Maybe you haven't said anything in the chat, and that is okay. I'm so glad y'all are here. All right. We just did Capricorn, and now we're on to Aquarius. We're almost done. All right, Aquarius. A time stamp going. Aquarius, hey. All right, let's find out who and or what has been removed from your life and why. Who and or what has been removed from Aquarius's life and why? Who and or what has been removed from Aquarius's life and why? We got the Nine of Swords and the Five of Swords. I tell you, Aquarius, I mean, the fuck? We about to find out, Aquarius. All right, bottom of the deck. Aquarius. Who in the world you have around you? We got the Two of Swords, Seven of Cups. What I do know is that this person and or people, I apologize for scratching my nose. It's a part of my channeling symptoms. So you have a person or people who really have you or you in a state of indecision most of the time, confusion, um, had you, some of you feeding into their illusions and delusions. For some of you, Aquarius, you would put more emphasis on their dreams than your own. There's a lot going on here. They could tell you, Aquarius, that and this is just the example that spirit is giving me. They could tell you that it was raining. I don't know why they're using this, and they were actually pissing on your leg. That's how devious they were. But it was almost, I don't know, it's given like they were smooth with it, but it's just that they knew how to they knew how to talk to you. They knew your buttons. They knew how to keep you in a state of confusion, to keep you in a state of like deferring your common sense to them. And if I know an Aquarius has a lot of damn common sense. But this is somebody that you trusted completely. And honestly, this person was just full of shit. All they could see, Aquarius, was not just the things that you could do for them, but the things that you could get them. Some of you may have access to certain people who can get things, or you actually are really good with your money. So you can, if you wanted to, you could probably ball out, but you don't because you know you got shit to do. This person, that's what they could see. That's really why they were in this, for the glitz, for the glamour, for the shine, for the fake flexing. Because although you may have gifted them with some things, it's you who have. They ain't got shit. They on social media flexing and flashing when you are the one who's putting in the work. You're the one with the assets. You know, they ain't got shit. You help them live an illusory life. And this Two of Swords is giving me like, you know, intuitively that you need to cut them off with these swords. However, you are um in a frozen state, because it's just like, but they could change. What if they change? You know, it's given that. Or what would the consequences be? I put so much time into them and somebody else is going to be reaping the benefits. No, Aquarius, this person ain't shit. Ain't nobody gonna reap the benefits from this shit. This person ain't shit, Aquarius. You are not the only one that they have been not shit. They go around spreading their not shitness to all of those who want to enjoy. Behind the Seven of Cups is the Queen of Swords here. Like I said, common sense. You deferred your common sense, your discernment to this person because they would use wordplay. They would use word salad. This is somebody who would never clearly explain or have an answer to the questions that you had. Um, they are somebody who would talk around the question, and you would end up like, wait, what? You know what? I don't even want to deal with it. Whatever. It's giving that kind of energy where you were just kind of tired. Like, I'm just tired. I ain't even dealing with it. But you are that person who really came in with temperance in the King of Pentacles and made their life better. You alchemized their life. You changed that shit up. They probably never thought that they could live a life like the one you gave them. And they probably never would have. Let's be honest. Because if they hadn't done the work on their own, they weren't going to do the work on their own. It's you who gave them that life. And you were very patient with them, very supportive, because you're presenting here as, in the energy of temperance and the King of Pentacles, Aquarius. You took care of this person. And all they had to give you were a whole bunch of swords in your bag. For some of you, that meant that they put you in third party situations, choosing other people over you, choosing other situations over you, taking your money, because maybe for some of you, there were joint bank accounts where they took almost everything, if not everything, out of it. But either way, all what they had to give you in return for all of this, all you have done for them was betrayal. And then a wake up call came with Judgment here. And that's when the divine stepped in and was just like, you know what, Aquarius, we got an opportunity for you. However, this opportunity does not involve this person in your life anymore. So guess what? The opportunity means that they're going to move on. They're going to be removed. So you can step all the way up into your emperor, empress, non-binary ruler energy. So you can elevate beyond anywhere that you have been. Like, you started off as the King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Now we're going to elevate you higher than that, because empires, Aquarius, hold kingdoms. Understand? Like, they're trying to take you to another level, but the energy of this person, or being connected to this person, is keeping you where you don't need to be. And yeah, it does mean that you have to rebuild, and you have to rebuild as somebody who is single, but you are self-sufficient. You are already independent, but they're just going to help you grow even more into your independence and self-sufficiency, and be able to recognize and act on those folks who come in just to deceive and lie and take from the hard work that you have put in, and leave under the cloud of night, because they were sneaky. They were super sneaky. There were a lot of, like, we got, going back to the spread here, the Nine of Swords, the Moon, because we got the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords out here. There's a lot of swords out. The Ten of Swords, the Two of Swords, Queen of Swords. There's a lot of swords out here. You talk to this person over and over again about what you need from them, about, them changing and all the things. You had the conversations because swords are about communication. So you had the conversations and they still refused. They still refused. You did all you could do. And spirit, your angel guides, your benevolent ancestors, Aquarius, they want you to be just as with the Five of Swords here. This is about you. And this is about you reclaiming your freedom, reclaiming your power, reclaiming all those beautiful aspects of you by any means necessary from that person who took or you may have given power to. It's about reclaiming your connection to the divine, using your intuition and not doubting it. Because this person kept you up at night all the time. You still get anxiety thinking about them, and they're probably not even in your life anymore. Just the thought of the things that you went through with them. And that is not what your folks want for you. You take these five swords that you're going to use to reclaim your life back, Aquarius, and cut that cord, is what I hear. Cut that cord. And when you cut that cord, it's going to open up. It's going to open up a whole new mindset, mind frame, opportunities, assets, is what I just heard. But you have to cut the cord, and you got to be willing to take your power back, and not even do it for the show, meaning not even do it just so they can see how well you're doing it. You're doing it for you. You're doing it for your growth. Fuck their feelings, fuck what they see. This is for you. It's like you had become a shell of yourself, Aquarius, dealing with this bullshit. What I'm hearing, you were somebody who was very decisive, somebody who knew what you wanted, how to get it. You had a plan A, plan B. It's like things were mapped out, and these were divine maps that were given to you. But when this person stepped in, it was a whole bunch of confusion. You didn't know what was up, what was down. It's like they distracted you to the point where you didn't even know where you started and where they ended. And that's not what they want for Aquarius. That's not who Aquarius is. Clarifying the Five of Swords for Aquarius. Clarifying the Five of Swords for Aquarius. Clarifying the Five of Swords for Aquarius. I hate that, Aquarius. Five of Swords is being clarified by the Five of Cups. This is one of those situations where by any means to reclaim your power and empower yourself. You are okay with releasing and ready to release whomever this person is. They don't want to stay, let them go. Don't hold on to somebody who don't want to be kept. Spirit says take your time to grieve. But when it's time to be done grieving, it's time to get to work. Aquarius Spirit said this is not a game. They got some plans for you, Aquarius. They're like, this is not a game. You got shit to do, Aquarius. It's not a game. Man, that's crazy. What? Yep, this is not a game. This is the second time. It's about rebuilding, Aquarius. This is not a game, Aquarius. It's the second time King of Pentacles came out. It's not a game. They got the You got the emperor to be at. You got the empress to be at. You got the ruler to be at. It's not a game with the King of Pentacles here. It's about rebuilding. Yeah. By any means, reclaim your energy, reclaim your time. Hey, Aida Swift. This is not a personal reading session, but thank you for coming. Yeah. Is that it for Aquarius? That's it, Aquarius. That's it. When you, they're like, do your grieving. Take your time. Do your grieving, as you should. But when it's time to get to work, oh, no apologies needed. When it's time to get to work, Aquarius, time to get to work. You got things to do. Thank you. Love you too. All right. I hope that helps, Aquarius. I hope that helps you for your highest good. Yeah, Aquarius. Go on. Reclaim your power. Empower yourself and your money. Man. I tell you. Entitled. On the Pisces, y'all. On the Pisces. Almost done. Pisces, let me get your time stamp here. All right. Hey, Pisces, hey. All right, let's get into it. What and or who was removed from Pisces' life and why? What and or who spirit was removed from Pisces' life and why? What and or who was removed from Pisces' life and why? What and or who? There we go. Got the Ten of Swords, Pisces. Five of Cups. Ain't that something? That ain't the Cups, Pisces. That is all day a Pentacle. But I said Five of Cups for a reason. Judgment. It's like the Five of Cups gives that resentment, regret, but I'm feeling more regret about anything. More than anything, I'm feeling regret. And that's what Spirit is saying. Like you regret that this person may have been removed from your life, but hopefully, Pisces, we can give you some insight on that. At the bottom of the deck is Temperance. You know, the cups that the angel holds, we assume that is maybe that's water being poured into a cup. um, because it appears as blue, but we don't know exactly what's in the other cup that's being poured into. And the energy that it's giving is alchemy, so whatever is being combined is not the same as the original solution. This person, although We have temperance here. This person came in and changed shit up. Pisces was once, somebody who was very patient. Some Pisces was once somebody who was very fluid and kind of go with the flowy type person, but this person comes in and Pisces, this person wants what they want right then, right now. Everything is an emergency. You got to make moves right now. You got to give me money right now. I need your time right now. Pisces, 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 Pisces. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. It's kind of like that. Everything in this person's life is a tragedy. Everything in this person's life with the tower here is a tower moment. This person is dramatic as fuck. Like, really? Really, Pisces? Somebody who was, pretty zen. You were somebody who was pretty balanced. And this person came in and just like weeble wobbled everything. They switched things up where you didn't know what was up, what was down, like what's across from you, what's behind you. It's They changed everything. And not only that, Pisces, but with the Knight of Wands behind the tower, this person, like I said, they get the energy of like not just moving fast, but impulsively, making impulsive decisions to the point where you end up having to bail them out, uh, doing things and maybe thinking about it later, thinking about the consequences, but not really changing their actions to a point where they stop doing the stupid shit, where they stop putting themselves in situations that don't benefit anybody, let alone you, because you're the person that has to fix it, Pisces. Every time. Every time. You're the person that has to fix it with the star here. You are this person's star. You are their wish and dreams come true. I don't know. I'm not getting the same energy from you to them, but you are definitely that to them because you fix everything. You make everything better. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to learn the consequences of anything because, Pisces, you come in and you handle it because you care, because you love them. Um, and the thing is, Pisces, with these, what, four major arcana that I'm about to pull. Oop, nope, nope. Five major arcana that I'm about to pull out of here. But behind what already came out, the star. So let me show you what they are. That was at the bottom of the deck. We got the Chariot, Wheel of Fortune, High Priestess, Magician, the Hangman. Let's just talk about all these extra spiritual cards that came out for you and how this person, their involvement in your life was preventing this spiritual elevation. A lot of you Pisceans, Pisces, y'all are supposed to be on a spiritual journey. Y'all are being redirected onto your spiritual journey, which is why this person was removed. So you can become healers. You can become truth sayers. You can become those people who empower others. You can help people learn how to manifest as you manifest. You are tapping in even deeper than Pisces already is. But now, Pisces, you are going to be doing work to serve others. And your spirit team, Yahweh, The angels, your benevolent ancestors, Pisces, they are not having this person divert your path any longer, which is why they were removed. They being with them, being around them was a whole detour. It was a whole detour. And with this chariot up here, their exit is your entrance back into your divine path to become healers, to become those folks who help people get closer to the divine, help other people see their situations from a different perspective. There is a lot of things, spiritual gifts that uh, you are supposed to help or use here in this human experience. There are 6 major arcana out here. Actually, nope, I'm lying. 7, 8, 9. 9 major arcana out here for you, Pisces. This person was not going to detour you from your divine path. Spirit, Yahweh and them, the Orishas, they were not, are not having it. This person was removed from your life because keeping them in your life was betraying yourself. You were on a road. You were on a road to bad spiritual health, bad physical health, and I'm not trying to you know, diagnose you with anything, but this 5 of Pentacles, there was going to be fucked up mental health, emotional health. The more you betrayed yourself, Pisces, the harder your health in all aspects of your life, spiritual, emotional, physical, mental, it was going to get. The worse it was going to get. Your spirit team moved on your behalf with judgment here to awaken you, and it required the removal of this person because there's so much more that you have to do for this world in this human experience this go round. We're not even talking about um, the other past lifetimes. We're not talking about lifetimes to come. We're talking about right now in this lifetime. There's some real work with 9 major arcana out here that you have to do for this earth in this lifetime. Clarifying judgment for Pisces. Clarifying judgment for Pisces. Clarifying judgment for Pisces. Clarifying judgment, Pisces, is the 2 of Pentacles. Yeah. The spirits, Yahweh, angels, benevolent ancestors, they made the choice for you. They made the choice to choose you, to bring about balance in your life, because this person was playing in your face. Every time they came around, you were going to choose them as opposed to choosing yourself in your spiritual journey, which delayed it even further. Find temperance. You have a huge divine contract to fulfill, Pisces. The Tower is out here again. Clarifying temperance. is the Tower. Yeah, this is to put you back on that path, Pisces, to where you are back in flow. You are back in that zen, divine space where Pisces is easygoing. Pisces takes time to think things through, to respond. Pisces brings that energy into a room where things become peaceful, because Pisces has peace. Pisces is walking in peace. And this Tower moment, this removal, is to bring that back into your life, because you got some real earth changing, and I'm hearing earth shattering work to do. Like, people don't even know Empress is at the bottom of the deck. There is a divine elevation that most um, could not sign up for, but you were chosen. People can't just register; they couldn't register for it. They could stand in the line and to go to Earth School, and you know what? That's the job I want, right there. No, no, no. Pisces was chosen. Pisces was chosen. You say it's true, Crystal Baptista? I'm grateful that it resonates. Man, like nine major arcana, one of the major arcana times two, there's some earth shattering word. And when I say earth shattering, a lot of you are going to be y'all on that matrix shit. Y'all are going to be helping people deconstruct, wake up, and find their divine paths. A lot of y'all are supposed to be changing, helping change the status quo, and y'all couldn't do that. Y'all can't do that with this person in your energy. So they had to be removed, taken at the knees. I mean, I don't know if I ever had like nine major arcana in a whole in one spread on purpose. Leave it to Pisces. Leave it to Pisces. All right, Pisces. I hope that helps. I hope it helps you for your highest good. I'm grateful that this person or people advice, so you can come through and do the work. Do the work that this world needs. Thank you for your service in advance and right now, for real. All right. We are on to Aries. Almost done. Got one more left after Aries. All right, Aries. Let me get your time stamp here. All right. Hey, Aries. Hey. Okay, let's get into it and find out who and or what was removed from your life and why. Who and or what was removed from Aries' life and why, Spirit? Who and or what was removed from Aries' life and why? Nine of Pentacles, the Magician, the Hanged Man. Another spiritual shift, y'all. You got some work too. The bottom of the deck, Aries. We got the Page of Wands. and the Page of Pentacles. And Spirit is saying that they go together. Now, this could be a couple of people um, where we have two different energies, or this could be a person, Aries, that possess both of these energies. Um, pages, uh, they are not royalty, right? They are not people who they have a lot to learn. You know, they are emotionally immature. They are they have a lot of they may have had a lot of experiences, Aries, but have not learned from them because they're still in page mode. So even though they live life, they're still in page mode. One of them may be slightly better with money than the other, or be making a little more money than the other. If we're talking about two different people, Aries, um, one the one who is the Page of Wands, this is somebody who it may or may not keep a job, while the Page of Pentacles is somebody who they can keep a steady job. However, um, this isn't somebody who, well, what Spirit is saying in this particular instance, this isn't somebody who has strived to elevate within a company or within a business. And it's not that there's anything wrong with that, but they just want to point that out. Um, yeah. Now, if we're talking about somebody who is in the same, these energies are in the same person. This may be somebody who stays at a company for a particular, but then impulsively will leave a very good job, like to go to another job. They don't even have, another job lined up before they leave. It's given that type of energy. Behind the two pages is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, this adds to the energy in the fact that, like I said, this person or people, they don't really think things through. The Knight of Swords is a person of action, not a person of thought. They are they follow orders if orders are given. They aren't royalty. Again, this person just makes moves without um, recognizing what the consequences may be, good or bad or indifferent. Behind the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, excuse me, is the King of Wands. And this is giving, it's like all these energies out here. This is giving that this person or people have presented themselves to you, Aries, as people who are on your level, because you are royalty, Aries. You are the person who stood out in this crowd. And why am I hearing tenderoni? You know, the kind of girl stands out in crowds. You know that Bobby Brown's tenderoni. You are the person who is, when y'all are in a group or y'all are together, you get recognized. Because you are royalty. You present as the king of wands, but you have been surrounded by pages and knights. But this isn't the first time. This isn't the first time you encountered energies like this, Aries. There is a this is a karmic lesson that you are learning or have learned, you know? These are people who with the Page of Swords. Lots of pages around you, Aries. What the fuck? With the page of swords. These are people who talk shit about others, smile in their face. They spy on them, ask them what they doing. Meanwhile, you are the king. You have bigger picture goals, right? You don't have time to deal with the what you call it, the gosh words. I'm getting sleepy, so are ugh. uh the clicks, the cliques that may be at work, the cliques that may be in the community. You have goals that you want to meet. So when people get together, and if they aren't talking about growth, they aren't talking about acquiring assets, they aren't talking about investing in what is it called, like Bitcoin and other stuff like that. It's just like, why are we even here? Are we here just to talk shit? Are we here to acquire and grow and gain, But you have been surrounded by these people, and you are being elevated even more, Aries. Spirit says, it's saying to me, when you are the smartest person in the room, Aries, it's time to change fucking rooms. But you won't change your rooms. So they changed the room for you with the lovers here. They're like, look, you can't be the smartest person in the room anymore, Aries. Not around these dimwits, because they not making moves like you making moves, Aries. They're not doing it. And you can't make them do it. They got little money, Aries. You got assets. Or you're trying to acquire assets. You have a different mindset, Aries. You have to be surrounded by people who can put in the same thing that you are putting in. You need to be in equitable relationships, friendships, mentorships with the Six of Pentacles here. Somebody who can, cash in like you can. You dealing with page money around here. You walking around in king status. And usually you the one that's footing the bill in some kind of way, whether we talking about time, energy, and or money, Aries. Yeah. It's like you going through a lot with these folks. The Nine of Wands and Three of Pentacles. You going through a lot with these folks. And it's like these are the same energies that keep coming in with the Six of Cups here. And you keep dealing with them. And your growth and abundance only comes, Aries, when you start to trust your journey. When folks are being removed, let them go. Let them go. It's cool to be nostalgic. It's cool to have memories of folks that you used to hang out with in high school and shit like that. But you know what? Some of them folks just need to be left in that time frame. Going back to our spread here, Aries, these people were removed from your life, Aries, because again, you have growth, expansion, assets to acquire. You are somebody who is gaining independence and self-sufficiency. They can't do that at a page level. You are somebody who is plotting, planning, manifesting, and growing spiritually. You got a whole spiritual shift going on, and you can't take these people with you. Everybody plays their part. Everybody plays their part. In fast food, you got the folks who flip the burgers. You got the folks who work the front at the register. Maybe not so much anymore. But either way, you got the folks in the back who are cooking. You got the managers. You got district managers. You got regional managers. Everybody plays their part. And you have to realize that the regional managers don't come down to flip the burgers. There are burger flippers for that. And that's what your spirit team wants you to see. It's like, okay, you were a burger flipper, but you learned that and you learn from that, and then you went and elevated. You went and became a shift manager, and you went and elevated, and you went and became a district manager, Aries. You can't go back to burger flipping. You a manager now. There's a there's a lot of spiritual growth that is being delayed the longer that you stay in relationships like that. And the longer that you stay in relationships like that, Aries, um, your your asset growth, and physical abundance, spiritual abundance, and emotional abundance, they also get delayed. That is why they were removed. You don't need you have to get into a space where you understand and know that everything that you need emotionally, mentally, physically is already here. Magician. You don't have to look outside yourself for validation. You don't have to fix these people to bring them up to you. They have to be ready to do that. It's kind of like with therapy. You know, therapy isn't for those who need it, it's for those who want it. Like they have to seek it out. And it actually works sometimes when you got the right therapist. Clarifying the hangman for Aries. Clarifying the hangman for Aries. Yeah, Aries. Pay attention to how these folks are moving. I feel like you've already seen how they move, and you just like, you know what, maybe I ain't supposed to be around them like that anymore. To clarify, the hanged man, Aries, is the high priestess and the queen of swords. It's two sides, almost two sides of the same coin, with, the high priestess bringing that intuitive spiritual side of things, and you got the queen of swords with her logic and common damn sense. This is what your folks want you to pay attention to and have that balance in going forward. you know be intuitively and spiritually guided, but also use your common sense. When you see that actions aren't lining up with what people say, or if people are depending on you to do everything for them because you have made it to a certain level, to a certain stature in the company, in the community, whatever, it's time to respond. What is your common sense saying? What is what is um the logical thought behind it? But is that matching up intuitively too? If your logic is telling you get the fuck out of this friendship, and your intuition is telling you and showing you the red flags, hey man, respond accordingly. Things are changing, and things are changing to a with these butterflies here. Things are transforming for you, and everybody isn't meant to come up to your level, and that is okay. That's okay, Aries. It's okay. You have to be you have to be okay with that. Is that it for Aries? Yeah. I hope that helps, Aries. Ooh, bottom of the deck though, Aries. The star. When you use both your logic and your intuition, magic happens. Magic happens for you. Wishes and dreams come true for you, Aries. But everybody can't go with you. Everybody can't go. All right. I hope that helps, Aries. And I hope that helps you for your highest good. Last but definitely not least, Taurus. All right, Taurus. Get your time stamp going here. Hey, Taurus. Hey. All right. Let's get it going. Who and or what has been removed from Taurus's life and why, Spirit? Who and or what has been removed from Taurus's life and why? Who and or what has been removed from Taurus's life and why? All right, Taurus, Two of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Mm, it's definitely about your money. Yep, definitely about your money, Taurus. That's you, Taurus. You know, but we all know how Taurus is. Taurus got that. They are luxurious. They are, that sign of finer things, stability, and abundance. You know, um, and this is an energy, Taurus, uh, that I'm hearing you want to maintain and grow. Maintain and grow. Behind the King of Pentacles, ooh, we have two major arcana, the Hierophant and Strength. The Hierophant, although it is about tradition and traditional institutions, um, Spirit is saying that the status quo, holding on to the status quo, Taurus, is what's holding you back, and is what's keeping you in and at a certain level. Behind Strength here is the Seven of Swords, and it's given the energy of moving strategically. So this isn't one of those things where there is somebody that's withholding you. It's the act of using the same old techniques uh, in a different situation or environment and expecting different results. So that's the energy that we're getting. The status quo, moving and about in the same old way and expecting the different results. It is not getting you what you want. It's not getting you what you want. Behind the Seven of Swords is the Four of Swords and the Sun. There is hmm, there's a actually behind the Sun is the Tower. There is an For some of you it's going to be an event, for some of you it's going to be a person. Either way, it's going to be like this aha moment or an oh shit moment that you get that will shine light on a new way of doing things, a new way of moving and increasing and acquiring whatever it is that you want. But first, with this Four of Swords, the main thing when it hits, be still with the Four of Swords. Be still and actually think about what you're being shown. Think about what's being revealed and how you can use it to benefit you. How you can use it to build on your increase. Because doing the same old thing isn't working anymore. It got you to where you needed to be right now, but now it's time to elevate. It's time to shift. It's time to move. And that is being repeated here. A a process that you're used to doing, a vendor that you're used to using. I don't know what it is for you, Taurus, but whatever it is that you're used to doing that has gotten you to this space of this current level of abundance that you are in, or this current level that you're in, and you are wanting to expand and to grow. For some of you, this is about a literal business and like franchising and expanding upon that. Whatever it is that you have been doing, your spirit team is like, nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. That idea that you have is great. It got you here, but now you have to shift. You got to pivot, and that's where this tower is going to come in. Rest up. I'm hearing rest up, Buttercup, because once you recognize and realize what this shift is going to be, it's going to be time to get to work. It's going to be time to get to work, and you are going to have to do a balancing act. You're going to have to do a balancing act to get to that space where you want to be, where you are balancing, your work and your life. But you are progressing. The eight of Pentacles for me is about not practice makes perfect, but practice makes progress. The more pentacles you make, the more pentacles you have. You progress with more pentacles. You are going to become very popular. It's going to be this bright idea for those of you who have been businesses. It won't be anything where you are reinventing the wheel, but it's going to be like that aha moment, like, damn, I wish I would have thought of that shit sooner. But it's coming in right on time, but you have to be in that space to receive it, to receive the change. Because another thing that spirit is saying to me about you, Taurus, is that you don't like change. You don't like change, Taurus. So it's like, okay, you got to be in the space to receive the idea of change, the idea of pivot. But once you do pivot, people are going to want to have access to you and access to whatever it is that you are bringing to the community, whatever you're bringing to the business, whatever it is, because it is going to progress things. It's going to make a lot of people a lot of money, including you. Including you. I feel like no, I don't feel like this is what I'm hearing. They are removing the the stubbornness to change slowly, but removing it nonetheless, because it is incumbent upon you to be able to receive this, Taurus. So yeah, definitely rest up. Like this person right here on this Four of Swords, chilling. Rest up, you know, paint, do some exercise. Because when it's time to put in that work, Taurus, you have to put in that work. Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles for Taurus, please. Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles for Taurus. All right. Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles is the Six of Pentacles. Taurus, your money, You the King of Pentacles right now. You about to be cashing out, but this is the divine cashing out on you. They are about to bring some balance into your career, your business with this shift that's going on. I'm hearing that for some of you, if you don't have a business, let's say you work for a company, but you've been there for a while and you have really reached the position, the highest position that they are really going to give you. This means a pivot. This is going to be a pivot to a different company or a different department, but you have to be open to it. You can't be in that space of comfort. So this four of swords, especially if you are somebody who are, let's say you work for a company that has unlimited PTO, or you have a lot of PTO or time off. It's like, all right, use some of that shit before you leave, because you know if they pay it out, you gonna get tax heavy. So it's kind of like that. It's like that if you work for somebody else. But the divine, once this pivot happens, they're going to be pouring pentacles. This is your hand in the receiving position, Taurus. Like, yeah, you're going to have to put in the work. But while you're putting in the work, you're going to be like that too from the divine. Clarifying the Six of Wands for Taurus. Yeah. A divine. Shit. Clarifying the Six of Wands, Taurus. The High Priestess and the Star. These are two major arcana. Clarifying the Six of Wands. I told you, when you make that shift, when you decide, you open your mind to making that shift, whether it is pursuing another position in another department, another company, or pursuing a different idea in your business, making that pivot, this is a divine intervention that brings you everything that you want. But you have to be open to it, Taurus. You got to be open to it. You got to listen to the divine. You got to connect. You have to connect and ask them, whomever it is that you lean into spiritually, show me what I need to see. Show me what I need to see. Show me who I need to remove. Show me who I need to bring in. Show me where I need to go. However it applies to you. And be open to following instructions. Because this is going to move fast, Taurus. When you become open with the Chariot, it's going to move fast. Move fast, I tell you. Nobody's going to be able to stop that thing once it's on. Once it's on. So get ready. Like they said, rest up, buttercup. I'm excited for you, though. I'm excited for you. Is that it for Taurus? That's it, Taurus. I hope that helps. I hope it helps you for your highest good. All right, Taurus. Thank you, everybody who came through and gave and your good energy. Those of you who spoke. Hey, Sonya 88. I apologize. I didn't even see you send a message, girl. Thank you for coming through and lending your good energy. Thank you for speaking. Those of you who was just chilling, thank you for coming through to chill. We're gonna go live again here on Saturday morning. I'll be posting what that's gonna be all about. Listen, again, y'all, I just work here. I don't even come up with the themes and the things that we're gonna do readings on. That's spirit. I just work here. I just send the messages. How you feeling? How have you been? Yeah, so we'll do this again on Saturday morning. I hope y'all can join me. I think I'll be up here around 10:30 Eastern after I get my coffee, my caffeine in me. So I hope you all can join. If not, of course, it's going to be uploaded. And of course, it'll have timestamps in it, just like this will in the description box. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed you all. I hope things were said to inspire your zodiac sign or not, and to hopefully help you know that everything works out for your highest good, even if people, places, things, and behaviors are being removed. So, with that said, I love y'all. Have a great night, a great morning, and I'll see y'all Saturday. Bye.